Hi, welcome back. We're reading through the Bible, and now we are in Proverbs 19. I'm reading from the New King James translation, but I like others too. Feel free to drop a comment below and let me know, do you compare translations? Do you land on one more than the others? I'd love to hear from you. Let's get started. Proverbs 19, verse 1. Better is the poor who walks in his integrity than one who is perverse in his lips and is a fool. Wow, right out of the gate. Also, it is not good for a soul to be without knowledge, and he sins who hastens with his feet. The foolishness of a man twists his way, and his heart frets against the Lord. When you see Lord capitalized like all caps, you should do a word study on that and see, why is it all capitalized? You'll notice a pattern in the Bible. There's certain parts of the Bible that have the all upper caps Lord, and then other parts that have the O-R-D to it are not in caps. It's kind of a fun word study. I want you to drop a comment below and let me know if you did it. Okay, verse 4. Wealth makes many friends, but the poor is separated from his friend. Do you question their motives at that point? Verse 5, a false witness will not go unpunished, and he who speaks lies will not escape. Verse 6, many entreat the favor of nobility, and every man is a friend to one who gives gifts. All the brothers of the poor hate him. How much more do his friends go far from him? He may pursue them with words, yet they abandon him. So this is wisdom. He's telling him this is what happens when you're poor. So maybe he's trying to light a fire under his keister, so to speak, to say, hey, you have to work hard. Otherwise, this could happen. Not saying that this shows integrity when people abandon you because of your finances, but he's showing him, hey, this is life. Okay, verse 8. He who gets wisdom loves his own soul. He who keeps understanding will find good. A false witness will not go unpunished, and he who speaks lies shall perish. Luxury is not fitting for a fool, much less for a servant to rule over princes. The discretion of a man makes him slow to anger, and his glory is to overlook a transgression. The king's wrath is like the roaring of a lion, but his favor is like a dew on the grass. A foolish son is the ruin of his father, and the contentions of a wife are a continual dripping. Have you ever heard water dripping? Like drip, 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 maybe in the night when you're trying to sleep? It's torture. And also, have you looked up, I know this because I have kids, different ways of torture, like Chinese torture. I used to be a homeschool mom, so I know random facts. I could probably win Jeopardy, at least in some categories. So continual dripping of water on somebody's forehead or just the sound of it can literally make them go insane. So to circle back, verse 13, a foolish son is the ruin of his father, and the contentions of a wife are a continual dripping. They're describing a nag here. Okay, verse 14, houses and riches are an inheritance from fathers, but a prudent wife is from the Lord. I have that one highlighted. Verse 15, laziness casts one into a deep sleep, and an idle person will suffer hunger. That's the phrase, if you don't work, you don't eat. Okay, verse 16, he who keeps the commandment keeps his soul, but he who is careless of his ways will die. He who has pity on the poor lends to the Lord, and he will pay back what he has given. Verse 18, chasten your son while there is hope, and do not set your heart on his destruction. I think that means when your kids are little, get control over them, because it's easier to correct a 3-year-old than a 13-year-old or a 17-year-old. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Okay, verse 19, a man of great wrath will suffer punishment, for if you rescue him, you will have to do it again. Listen to counsel and receive instruction, that you may be wise in your latter days. There are many plans in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the Lord's counsel, that will stand. I like that one too, so you can get out your silky smooth highlighter if you got them. It's in the description below if you want the link. There are many plans in a man's heart. Things that you want, things that you plan. Nevertheless, the Lord's counsel, that will stand. The Lord is sovereign over all. He will stop you if it's not in his sovereignty. That doesn't mean he's not going to let you make mistakes or do something else, but it's all in his sovereignty. Okay, verse 22. What is desired in a man is kindness, and a poor man is better than a liar. Verse 23, the fear of the Lord again, so you might want to highlight it. The fear of the Lord leads to life, and he who has it will abide in satisfaction. He will not be visited with evil. A lazy man buries his hand in the bowl and will not so much as bring it into his mouth again. Strike a scoffer and the simple will become wary. Rebuke one who has understanding and he will discern knowledge. He who mistreats his father and chases away his mother is a son who causes shame and brings reproach. Verse 27, cease listening to instruction, my son, and you will stray from the words of knowledge. Verse 28, a disreputable witness scorns justice, and the mouth of the wicked devours iniquity. Judgments are prepared for scoffers, and beatings for the backs of fools. And that is Proverbs 19. How did you guys do? Did you read it out loud? Was it about 5 minutes or was it less? Drop a comment below and let me know, how are you doing with this? Are you highlighting verses that stand out to you? Are you looking up words? Are you using any of the resources like the John MacArthur Study Bible or the Blue Letter Bible app? There's lots of resources out there. I like to keep it simple and not get mixed up in new translations that might kind of mess up original meanings. I'm looking forward to tomorrow when we do chapter 20. I'll see you then.